Hawkins. Although it does have that, these guys prided themselves on kind of that old-timey thing. So
is it Motorhead?
Yes, this is Motorhead. Nailed it. He got it. He got it. This is
I'm gonna give you
Motorhead.
one more chance. You ever heard the song Rock Lobster? There's a huge song for them.
No.
On their very first album.
They also did a song called Love Shack.
Yeah, the huge comeback record had Love Shack on it.
Don't know.
Correct, he doesn't know. A band called the B-52s.
Oh, no, never would have got it.
I was going to go see them on their farewell tour, and I was thwarted in my efforts to do that. Boy, you really had to like this song, by the way, because the album version of Rock Lobster is 7 minutes long. The only reason this blew up for them was because they basically chopped it in half and put it on the radio. But if you got the album, and it's a fun song, but it's fun for about 65 seconds. 6 more minutes of it. Nobody needs that. But B-52s were doing their own thing. And they were supposed to they were going to perform at the White House dinner. They're the state dinner. The B-52s were, I'm curious who booked them. They were going to be doing a show at the White House for the Prime Minister of Australia. And a bunch of muckety-mucks were going to be there. It was supposed to be last night, but the B-52s bowed out. It was probably a mutual agreement, you know. They thought that it would be poor form for a band like them to be performing, given what's going on between Israel and Hamas. I think they thought it would be maybe it should be a bit more of a somber occasion. That sounds like just nobody wanted a bad photo op. Look at Joe Biden enjoying the B-52s, whatever. Party music. They didn't think it would be a good idea. But I'd love to know who thought, you know what, it'd be a good band. We got the Australian Prime. Maybe the Prime Minister of Australia is just a big B-52s fan. And they were like, we'll just do this cat a solid. Anthony Albanese is the Prime Minister of Australia. So they're going to attend. They're not kicking them out. They're like, if you guys still want to come. I think there's only 3 left, right? It's Fred Schneider and the girls.
You know better than I would.
But the B-52s did their farewell tour some months ago. I think they're going to do like a residency in Vegas or something, but that's pretty much it. But they put in a good 50 years, 45 years. So instead, they'll have the Marine Band and Army and Air Force Strings play. I wonder if they'll do an instrumental version of Rock Lobster. Slow it down. So somebody sent me a guy did, what if Slayer did Rock Lobster? You know, people love on YouTube.
Yeah.
They love doing versions of other songs in a different kind of genre. It's kind of become a genre unto itself. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard.
What was the one I heard the other day? It was like System of a Down doing one of them. People send them to me all the time, but it was like if System of a Down did some pop song or something. But it was really good. The guy does a really good job at making it sound like System of a Down.
Yeah, those people, they know what they're doing when they put something out there. It's always very entertaining. Here, this is what you were talking about.
Yes, this is it.
La, 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 la.
It'll never not be good. Yeah. I'll tell you what, my favorite story, and good for him. You got to know your audience. You know, when you're an artist that's been around for a long time and you get to the point where you can do what you want, earlier in your career, you got to lick everybody's ass. You got to deal with people you don't want to deal with. Once you've gotten your career up and running, you have some latitude to do some different things artistically. And I think Garth Brooks obviously falls into that category. His new album is coming out. What's it called? It's like a best of thing, I think.
Oh, I thought you said the album. What's it called?
No, that would be great. Garth Brooks, what's it called? Oh, I'm sorry. The new album is called Time Traveler, and it's going to be part of a limited edition box set. It will be exclusively available only in Bass Pro Shops. You're not going to be able to get it online. It won't be streaming. So no digital component at all. You got to walk into a Bass Pro Shop and buy the new Garth Brooks record. My wife likes Garth Brooks a lot. She's not somebody who would
How
spend.
does she feel about Bass Pro Shops?
I don't think she's got any problem with them. I've been into a handful of Bass Pro Shops.
Where's the closest one to us? I know there's the one in Memphis that is the Pyramid.
I feel like the closest one to us is not that close. Where's a Bass Pro Shop? I mean, it might be part of Cabela's. There's one out in Avon. Didn't they like merge or something? So it might be a thing inside of Cabela's. But as far as a standalone Bass Pro Shop, I think there's one in...
Closest one is Rossford, Ohio.
Yeah, there's one like on the way to Detroit.
Okay, yeah, but it does say Bass Pro Shop / Cabela's, so for the Avon one. So
okay,
I think you can probably get it there.
It sounds like it's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a Garth Brooks fan, there's a limited series 7-disc box set, because that crowd's still going to have CD players, and it's going to be out on November the 7th. So you got a little while. If you're a fan, it's going to be worth calling up out there in Avon and going, hey, are you guys going to have the new Garth Brooks?
Call him right now. Get him on the phone.
Yeah. So the stores are saying we can't guarantee that we'll have a lot of inventory. So make sure that you reserve your spot or whatever. I don't know. And God, I got burping. I don't know why. Hold on.
I think, isn't his stuff only on Amazon or something too? Like it doesn't stream on every streaming service.
I don't know about that. This isn't going to be on anything.
Yeah. Just
Bass Pro Shops. But he is doing a residency in Vegas that'll go through next summer. But that's, my wife is always like, she thinks it's ridiculous to spend a ton of money on tickets for a show. She's like, I don't like anybody that much, but like her bucket list show is still Garth Brooks. So I'm like, well, we go to Vegas and see Garth Brooks. When we were there over the summer, we went past Caesars, and it was a massive thing on the side of Caesars that says Garth Brooks. I'm like, well, we'll come back and see Garth Brooks. But he is, I don't know if he dropped some LBs or what, but Garth Brooks is looking pretty good these days.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, he was pretty big for a while.
Yep.
He got up there. I was liking Fat Garth though.
He's looking more kind of like a Chris Gaines. Not the emo way, but just like he's gotten himself into some better shape.
He's got some, because he has gains of muscle, right?
Yeah, I don't know about that. And then the other big stories of the Beatles are going to be releasing their final song. Beatles have one last song ever to be released. Written and sung by John Lennon, and it was pieced together over a long period of time. And Paul McCartney, who had been doing a lot of press this past summer for his book, said that he had put together what he called the very last Beatles song, and that he had used some AI software to put it together. And this past summer, he goes, it's still coming. It'll be out sometime this fall. And they said now that it's going to be out November the 2nd, which is next Thursday, 1 week from today. The Beatles' final song called Now and Then is going to be out 10 a.m. Eastern. You'll be able to stream it. I got it early. If you want to hear it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm standing in a trash can, thinking about you. As a neighbor's cat goes by, I swallow a horsefly. Happy as I am, stepping on a bean can, just like a frog. Blow my nose on a catalog, drinking a Dr. Pepper. I'm standing in a trash can, thinking about you.
did not do John Lennon any favors.
I liked it. This sounds more like the Beatles than all that older stuff they did. All that, once they got to Sgt. Pepper and all that crap, I think this is prime Beatles.
It went from Sgt. Pepper to Dr. Pepper. Standing in a trash can. So,
no, this is...
1 week from today, you'll be able to get that new Beatles song for people who are still interested in that. I
can't wait for you to get a call tomorrow and go, that wasn't the song. Alan, that's not the song.
I will beg for their forgiveness because that means I have been misled. I never finished the Get Back documentary from like 3 Christmases ago. I keep forgetting it's there, and I'm like, I need to finish that.
Spoiler alert, one of them dies.
Oh, no. Oh, well, now I'm not going to finish it. But I was enthralled by it, as a lot of people were, but I just never, it was like, each episode was like 3 hours long or 4 hours long or something.
What? Why would they make the episodes that long?
Because they had a lot of material.
But why not break it up into more episodes and then make them 4 hours long or 3 hours long?
They wanted to maintain the emotional momentum.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was like a friggin' Ken Burns documentary.
Give them to me 2 minutes at a time on TikTok. Then I'll watch it.
TikTok. Mm-hmm. Hey, have you watched the Beatles documentary? It's on TikTok. There's 4,000 episodes.
Hey, I need
2-minute intervals.
I'd watch it. I put King of Queens on my regular TV, and then I watch the documentary on my phone.
Wow.
It's the modern way of doing things.
Yeah. So Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, as the last surviving Beatles, are the ones who really had their hands in this and finished it, I guess, in 2022. They took some pieces from George Harrison. Ringo added a new drum part. It really pieced this together. And so the new one is called Now and Then. It'll be the very last Beatles single until they find something else.
Yeah, they're always going to be like, oh, look, we found this other big Beatles song.
Till they
another one.
Dig into the vaults. So it'll be out next Thursday. And then next Friday, there will be a video for it.
What's the best song that's ever been released by a band or a group or even an artist after they broke up or stopped releasing stuff, whatever it is? Like,
oh God, I don't know.
Usually, and they do all this stuff, and nobody ever wants it. Like, they released that Linkin Park song earlier this year, and like, it's all right, but it's not. There's a reason it wasn't on the albums.
Yeah, but the Beatles, I mean, the thing with the Beatles is, like, they had so many hit songs. You know, like, the B-sides of their songs were massive hits.
Yeah, but there's
any other
like
band, they were like, oh, we have this.
Then.
Huh?
There was like 4 bands back then.
There were a lot of bands back then.
Yeah, but
nobody was touching the Beatles.
But there was, they were the ones getting pushed out there. It was a different time. So they're going to have all those hits. And they didn't have as many options.
I'll tell you what, we play the piss out of that Linkin Park song that they dug up. That song called Lost.
Yeah.
I like that better than half their catalog.
Oh, really?
I'm like, why were you sitting on this song for?
See,
I like it a lot.
It's fine, but I don't like it as much as the other stuff.
I mean, it's Linkin Park. They're not taking any big swings.
Linkin Park a lot.
I do too. I'm saying they're not. It's nothing. Doesn't sound any weird, but I think it's great. I like it a lot.
But I'm trying to think of like
Hypnotize from Biggie. That's a great song that gets released after you're dead. He had already been killed by the time that came out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What
he
was
died
that after he died?
No, it wasn't.
I think that came out.
He got to see that hit.
No.
I think he did.
Nope.
Okay, let me type it in.
Nope. I think he was already gone by then.
Okay, so Hypnotize came out in... Why is it not showing?
Late 90s. I mean, he was dead by 96, 97.
It was March 4th, 1997. And Biggie died... Damn it.
He died early March, yeah?
He died. He got 2 days. He died March 9th.
Well, there you go.
So 2 days. So Hypnotize came out the 7th, and he died 2 days later. Man.
Well, okay, so
it does count.
It was
It does count.
It was
but,
he was gonna put it out. He didn't know he was gonna die.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how jumping, like you're in there like, I made it number 1. He's like, you know, if I died right now, that'd just be okay. You know,
Yeah.
They say, okay. Oh, I'd be so pissed. I'm at my peak. My song just hit the radio. Like, oh my God, I'm dead. I'm so dead.
I'd be mad
so
no matter
dead.
when I was murdered.
It's never a good time to get murdered.
Yeah.
But not when you're number 1 on the Billboard. Like,
I mean, What I Got was a huge song for Sublime, and Brad Knoll died before that came out.
That might be top of the list.
Queen, half their catalog came out after Freddie Mercury died. So yeah, a lot of those guys, you know, because you get murdered, and they're like, we got to put everything out now because now it's all gonna sell.
like Aaliyah.
You could take the crappiest stuff that they weren't gonna release, and they die and put it out there.
Aaliyah and Selena, she was just getting ready to cross over before she died. She did, her one crossover song was Dreaming of You.
Okay, I don't know her catalog, so.
I know it because of the movie. And there was a series on Netflix.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know what the best one would be, but there's a lot of good ones. I mean, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay came out after Otis Redding died. So that would really suck. It's one thing to have an unreleased song come out.
Right.
It would suck if it was like a big hit.
Yeah. What about Marvin
Irrespective
Gaye?
of your
Did
death. I don't know about that.
Any of his stuff come out after?
I mean, probably.
But probably not his big hits, though.
No, I don't think so. I mean, once Prince was dead and once his family needed to make some money, they took everything out of the vaults. He famously, you know, had all these unreleased songs because he didn't think they were good enough because his standards are so high. Once the family got hold of everything, they were like, put it all out. Sell it for vacuum cleaner commercials. Family's like, he's gone. He doesn't care. We got to get paid. Alan, ironically, the new Beatles song is only available at Bass Pro Shops. Well, hey, that's good to know, too. Yeah, Nirvana, You Know You're Right. That came out after he was dead. But again, I think that was that
I
label.
didn't even know that song, though. What is that song?
You Know You're Right. They played that all the time after he died. I think that was the label capitalizing on him being gone. But that was a long time after he was gone, too. It wasn't like 2 weeks later. They were like, hey, we found an unreleased Nirvana song. It was like 10 years later.
That's all right. If it's, I'm just trying to find the one that is.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
Like up there that maybe brought them back into the conversation. Because I feel like there's a lot of that unreleased stuff and it just kind of comes and goes.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when I played it for you a couple of weeks ago, you know, when Elvis Presley covered Baby Got Back, that was pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
That was an unreleased track.
Oh, well, I paid lots and I cannot lie. You are the brothers I can't deny. And when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and around teeny in your face, you get sprung. You get sprung. Oh, you get sprung.
Round thing in on your face?
And deep in the jeans she's wearing, I looked and I can't stop staring. Baby got back.
It's pretty good.
My anaconda don't want none unless you got the bonds high. I'm begging for a piece of that bubble, so go and find that juicy double, and you get sprung.
He was getting sprung a lot. He's marrying 14-year-olds, too. So, problematic, sure.
There's that new Priscilla movie coming out where they kind of explore the other side of Elvis's life from her point of view, and it looks dark.
I don't care if they need to cancel Elvis like they do in Michael Jackson. All I'm saying.
I don't think you cancel somebody when they're dead.
Yes, they're trying to. They're trying to erase.
You
Michael
can't.
Jackson's
I
legacy.
think you fundamentally can't cancel someone if they're dead.
But you can
How
stop
do you-
playing his music
Yeah,
and stuff.
and
and
that's
they,
what
But
they're
nobody's
trying to
playing Elvis's music. I mean, the guy's
they are
been dead
playing-
for 30 years.
and they are
at
playing
least 40 years.
What's his faces? Michael Jackson. I hear it every single day on the lake.
Oh, yeah.
I was just blasting Michael Jackson on the way here.
Of course you were.
Smooth as a Criminal and Michael and Dirty Diana.
Oh, you mean that Alien Ant Farm cover he did?
No.
I'm going to take a break here. If you want those Machine Head tickets, Rob Flynn and the band Head the Road. They're taking Fear Factory and some other bands out with them. And they're going to get to Cleveland in February. After the first of the year, they'll play MGM Northfield Park. So I hand those off, and then another $1,000. Another keyword from the Buzzard Bookie coming up at 5:30.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
Hey,
everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.
Or whatever smart device you have.
Just tell it to play the Alan Cox Show on iHeartRadio.
Now, you can relive the greatest moments from our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Lenny Kravitz, Kick